start of the new day. This was Sunday morning, and this video got pretty long, so I went ahead and cut it in two sections. And this is just the second part of framing the walls. Here we are prepping our studs that we cut. I cut the logs like 8'6" to 9 foot, and cut all the 2x4s, and then we just take the miter box saw and we cut us a good cut, and then we turn it over and cut it to length. And there you see my grandbaby. That's my youngest grandbaby. She just woke up that morning. That was actually Sunday morning, and came out to see what we was doing. They both my grandbabies, they both love it out here in the country, on the homestead. They'd rather stay out here. I mean, they get to play out in the yard all day and have a good time. They really enjoy it. Here you'll see that we're cutting the double top plate to length. And that board there, what it does, it goes from the very back all the way over, and it overlaps that outer wall. So it ties the two walls together. And then we'll do that on each end of the house. And then the long one, we got two 16-foot boards that will cut down the length. So will overlap all three of them sections of the wall, and they'll tie all of them three together. So we get done, they'll all be tied together, so it'll be good and strong. Okay, and here you'll see I'm getting my old trusty water level out. What I'm going to do, I'm going to get the level of the top of my wall on all four corners and make sure they're all the same. And then I'm going to use that water level, and I'm going to go down that top 2x6 that's above the door there, and I'm going to start marking them so I know exactly how high my ceiling joists needs to be hung. And you can see there, I ended up being 44 inches to the bubble. And what I do, you see how that water level will level out, and I just let it go up to 44 inches. I move my tape to make my 44 add up to that bubble. You don't move the bubble, you just move the tape up and down and then mark the top, and that tells you how high to put your joist hangers so your ceiling joists will be level. It won't be, crooked. Okay, and here we started adding our rafter hangers. We knew how high we needed to put them, and we thought we knew how high we needed to put them, and I made a misfigure, and I hung all them rafter joists up there, the joist hangers, and just to find out I had them up too high. So when I put my rafters up, my brother-in-law, he was cutting my rafters for me, and I just moved the brackets as each one as I was putting up. You'll see here in a minute, I'll put them up one at a time. I just have to move the brackets down and give my enough clearance in between my rafter and that 10 so I can put my 7/16 deck in, then my felt, and then my 10 will slide all up underneath it. And here we're just doing our 16-inch centers on our ceiling joists. Okay, here we started to, we put that first little bit of decking on without the camera up there because I need somewhere to put the camera. And right there, me and my nephew, and my nephew's underneath. He's pushing up on the tin, and my brother-in-law's on one ladder. I'm on the other ladder, and we're sliding that OSB underneath the tin all the way up to the roof, all the way up to the wall, to get it seated all the way up. And then we'll come back and we'll deck all of it, and then we'll throw some tar paper down. We got number 30-pound tar paper, the thick stuff, and we'll tar paper the whole thing. And then later on, hopefully this next weekend, I'm gonna get up there and slide all my tin on there, and it'll go underneath that tin on the house, so we'll all be joined together. On this one, I'm gonna go ahead and mark it to length and cut it, so it goes up there behind me at the very end of the house. That'd be the last piece that slides underneath the tin. And so since it go under the tin, I had to go ahead and cut it. That way it would fit right. And then the other two pieces we put on later, we'll overhang them. We can cut them no problem. It's just once you slide it under the tin, you can't cut it. So you have to cut it ahead of time. clean up there. You always want to make sure the deck's good and clean before you roll that felt paper out. You know, you don't want to step on a nail or something and tear your felt paper. But we felt this roof, and it's getting later in the day, sun's steady going down, and we ended up getting the whole roof felted. I mean, the video camera, it got dark there at the end, and we just trying to hurry up, and we ended up finishing up that night with headlamps on. Me and my nephew there, we was up top on the roof, and we got all the tar paper down, and we got the drip trim all the way around it. And you know, we really worked hard on it. We only had about a day and a half. You know, that Saturday we worked. I had to go get that OSB and get some supplies that morning. So it was right at noon before we started framing out them walls. Then the Sunday, we started out there about 7 that morning, and we didn't get off till 9:40 that evening. And we worked our butt off all day long, and the heat, the sun, but we got it to where it's waterproof, basically. I mean, the felt paper will keep the rain off. You know, we'll try to get that tin up on it. We got some house wrap to put around them walls, and then we'll start putting our windows in, and then we'll siding it. And you know, this is all done on a budget. You know, we're just poor old country folk, just work all day and get off work and come home and work. You know, it's coming together though. It is. And if you made it to the end of the video, we appreciate you, and we'd like you to, you know, stick around and subscribe maybe, and check out some of our other videos. We got plenty of videos on here, everything we're doing, and we really appreciate your time. And check out our other videos. We'll put a link on them at the end here.